Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven, welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, get that bell notification on for the channel, and make sure to hit the like button. The like button helps out the channel a lot. I hope you liked the last episode. I sure liked making it. I did a bit of detailing off camera after the episode. An island airport, that's pretty cool. Like Billy Bishop Airport in Toronto is the one that I was kind of thinking of when I was doing it. Wasn't trying to replicate it or anything like that. But this is as we're going by this area, this is our first airport we built, which is like our international airport with some cargo and whatnot, or like a cargo airport as well. It works out great for the city. It has integrated helicopter depot in it as well. But I felt like the city needed something else, and there was those islands out there and they looked so cool. It was so perfect. Such a perfect opportunity to build an island airport that I thought it was a great idea. So last episode was the hour-long special, and we built the island airport, some transit systems to get to the airport, and we also put the aviation club out in the suburbs as like an original airport for the area. But as you see in the top part of the screen, we still have this cargo ship issue. I was hoping it was going to solve itself. So if you know how to fix that, where there's like 80 cargo ships, or not cargo ships, cruise ships, going into the same spot at the same time, please let me know, because it's a little weird. But I think the airport turned out great. I really like how it fits in the area, and lots of people are using it too, which is really, really cool. I was fiddling around with the bus and the helicopter transit to get to the airport, and there was just a lot of people using it. But in today's episode, we're going to kind of do a bunch of other stuff, mainly trying to build out in the suburbs a bit, kind of expand them and whatnot. Try to get our population up and whatnot. But this is what I did to detail the airport. Added some rocks around the edges, and you know what, now that the water has settled down, I think I might just try to smooth out this area just a bit more. Just try to get the water to kind of clip the rocks together a bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I really like how this turned out, guys. Very happy with it. So we're gonna first start out with going out this way in the suburbs, and now that we've unlocked the tiles that were really prohibiting us from doing much. Whoa, what the heck is this? Oh, cool. There's a castle up here too. Okay, well, let's start with marking off this as a park, because that is neat. I think there's a few other things that are pretty cool. Like we could get a park right here. I thought there was something else that was pretty neat somewhere too, but it might not have been anywhere near where we're building. Oh yeah, it was over here, which we're not building out that way for now, at least. Right now we're focusing out on this area, so I think this should be a park. It just wouldn't make sense for a builder to get that area and decide to build suburbs on it. This is a pretty cool spot as well. But I think that's probably it for this area. Yeah, okay. So first of all, I think what we're going to do is we're going to think about what are the big things we need to add into this area. And the big things we need to add into this area are the car factory. I wanted to get the car factory out this way. So we need to, when we're thinking about that, I think this is probably the best spot for it, or right here. Right here is pretty good. Let's see how big the car factory is. Yeah, I mean, it would be a little tight, especially if we're trying to get the cargo or rail with it too. So I think over here is probably the best bet for it. We don't have the best highway access though. So maybe we look into getting, we could get like a tunnel out this way. But this is a pretty big avenue. Maybe we can connect in right here. So planning out that, I think we also need to plan out some of these avenues that are some of these roads that are going to turn into larger roads as these suburbs expand. So we already have one that's expanded, or one that's grown. So we'll start with that, and then let's move into the next one, which I think is this one. So let's upgrade this. Okay, and then from here we're going to, I think, there we go. I think at the end of last episode I said that we're probably going to end up destroying a lot of what we did on the edges of the suburbs, because we just tried to fit in as many houses as we could back then. Because we had so many other things we needed to, we had so many other things we needed to build back then that we never really got to getting these tiles until quite recently. Okay, we're going to connect those two up, and then they're going to merge into one. Works with me. And then let's think about where the next one's going to be. So we're probably going to see one of these roads go this way. But the only way across this rail line that we have so far is this road here. So this one is clearly going to become a larger road. Okay, and then right here we're going to go down to a small heavy road. And then, oh no. There we go. And this is going to, oh, something got deleted there. Not sure what it was, but that's the only thing that really makes sense to do. Let's just fix our little traffic that we caused. Those things, whatever they're called, the turning lanes. Okay, weird. Switch right there. Okay. And now this road is going to continue. And I think this one is going to curve down over this way, and we'll link it up. Actually, before we do this, because this is going to start zoning in some areas, I'm just going to make sure that we have all this covered. So we did mess around with it a bit. So more houses will fill in right over there. And okay, perfect. So the thing about the suburbs when you're building them in this game is it honestly doesn't really matter if everything's perfect, because it's just for residential housing. There's not many there's not major traffic issues in the suburbs. I think as long as it looks cool from the top down, I think that's kind of what really matters. All right, so let's do that. And then we have a choice to go over or under. But I think now that we've gotten out this way, we'll leave it. And we'll look for the next road that's going to become a major road, which is this one. But I'm not going to upgrade that to a large road because it's right beside a park. So this one is going to become a 4-lane road. And this is going to connect right up into there. All right, let's continue this way. So this is the main road coming over here. None of the roads we currently have branch off directly this way. So this gives us an opportunity to make one. So this will probably mean that we're probably going to destroy quite a lot of the area. So I think the best choice for us is to... I really like this church here. This is a really cool spot we built a while ago. So I think we're gonna just redo this area right here. All right, and then we'll destroy that. Oh, and this needs to move. We'll just relocate that to right there for now. Okay, and then we're gonna go back to our grassline road. Oh no, we destroyed a bus line. That's not good. Hopefully the bus line will find itself again. Okay, so why don't we curve into this? And then we'll make this road the avenue for a little while. Let's just try to figure out what bus line that was. Okay, this is a pretty easy fix. Let's try to grab that bus stop. Drag stop to move it. Okay, so this road comes up here. Okay, so I'm gonna drag this stop to right there. And then I'm gonna drag this stop to right there. All right, temporary fix. We're probably gonna need to redo a bunch of these in the future. All right, so now we're going back to this. This is going to get upgraded to, yeah, right here. And then we're going to branch it off. Okay, so I'm just going to use move it, and I'm just going to adjust it so that it's more like this road. Whoa. You know what? Let's just redo this. Okay, and then we're gonna reconnect up these smaller roads. So we're just using some of these basic ones, so that's fine. Just gonna do that, and this one's gonna connect in. And these two roads are gonna converge. Okay, and then this one's gonna swing around. Okay, sounds good. Now I guess this is the road that can go around that way. So let's look at the topography. We're very flat. So we'll go right around the mountain right here. And this is where we will elevate. Straight road, just like that. Okay, and then we're gonna go back down to ground level, and we're gonna curve in like so. So this is just a pathway over top of the rail line. Oops. Select them all. Oh, come on. Probably enough clearance, and then this one will have to get raised up as well, and this one. Okay. I'm just going to select these ones here, and we're just going to make it a smooth slope. Okay, and then we're just going to use a bit of a bit of terrain brush, and we're just going to make it seem like this was on purpose. Like maybe the rail line cut into the mountain, and then this bridge was built kind of around it as well. Okay, and maybe let's take this out a bit. And now we'll smooth it from here. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, suburbs aren't the most pretty thing. So now that we have the main arterial roads in place for the suburbs, we can start planning out some larger things. So I think I might want to get a tram line in that goes into the city somewhere. We'll get it just to turn around. I think there is already a tram line somewhere. No, there's a subway line. Yes, so the subway line is on this, underneath this road, I think. So we'll get the tram to kind of come around, and we'll just loop it around here or something. We'll get it to come back. I think we'll get it to follow this road, and then it'll come through here. And yeah, so we're gonna need to get transit to get to this road here, bring it across. Maybe it'll come down and around, and then I wanted to get it into this area here, and that's going to be a tricky thing to do. So that's why I've been putting it off a bit, but I think a tram line is necessary for this area. So yeah, so it's gonna, maybe we can get it down here, we can come across this way. I mean, there's lots of opportunities to get tram lines in, so maybe this is the tram line. We got to swing through here. Who knows? We'll figure it out as the time comes, but let's fill this in right now. Just kind of smoothing out the terrain. And we'll resume the game. Okay, so this is a bit steep, but I think that's fine. Let's just zone in all the areas that we've removed. So I don't want to do too much at once, because then we're going to leave ourselves prone to death waves, where too many people move into the city at once, so it causes a bit of a collapse of the healthcare system when they all choose to die at the same time. Okay, and then let's kind of add in these roads here. All right, no problem with that. Let's connect in like that. I think I might need to smooth this area out as well. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's continue planning out the suburbs a bit, and we'll connect up these streets here. So it's just kind of wildly planning, wildly building roads. You know, this is how I like to look at my suburbs, and you know, this isn't the most realistic suburbs, but I think it adds for unique style when you're kind of just looking over it like this. Like, ignore the blankness of the roads, like the unzoned stuff. When you're actually looking over the suburbs, I think it looks kind of nice. and that's a benefit of having a bit more randomness to your suburban roads. So I think I'm whoa, just gonna fix that little glitch. And that's caused by two nodes right beside each other. So we'll take off that and then we'll reconnect them. Like so, and that should be fine. So I think usually I would try to avoid four-way intersections. So I'm gonna try to do that here as well. And this is a perfect spot for a cul-de-sac. And oh, that is a grassland road. And another cul-de-sac here. Okay, so I think I filled in enough of that space. Oh, over here we need to fill in some more. So again, trying to avoid four-way intersections is really tough. So I think I'm going to just do it just on that road there. Now, they're four-way intersections are tough for traffic when they're in the city, but when they're in the suburbs, they're not that bad. So on an arterial road, that's where I'm concerned about traffic. But right here, there's no issue. There'll be traffic there for a split second, and that's it. So it's more of a concern when you're building the cities, not the suburbs, because it's just residential out this way. So I'm going to kind of use this arterial road as like a limit. However, I think right around here. No, never mind. I think we're going to save those for other videos. But that's going to be like a limit for residential housing. And then in here as well, this is going to act like a limit. So I think I'm just going to try to finish this off. And then we're going to add in the car factory. Okay, almost done. And that's going to connect up right like that. And we're going to leave that blank. And then this, I'm not sure what we're going to use for, but I'll leave that blank as well. Okay, now this is going to be the tricky part of the episode. Figuring out where the car factory goes and how we're going to get the proper connections on it. Because I think this is probably where the trucks are going to come in. And let's start off by getting that train spur line. How about that? So I think right here is a good spot. We're going to get this to come out to about there. Then we're going to use the move it mod. And we're just going to grab those two. And we're just going to bring it together. But you always got to watch right here to make sure that there's still rail lines connected. Okay, and we're going to bring that one down. And then these as well. Perfect. Okay, and then we're going to get So I think what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to build a road right here. Oops. And then the rail station is going to have to be just like that. That's fine. We're just going to use move it, and we're just going to grab all these nodes, including the building. And we're just going to bring it up. And we're going to get it connected pretty soon, but I think that's perfect. And then we're going to connect that up like so. So this kind of looks like it's more of a rail yard, you know? Okay, I'm gonna just turn off a bit of snapping here. Oh, it's not what I wanted, I guess. This is what I wanted. And it's not even working. Okay, so just do that. Sure, why not? We'll just do that for now. And bring that in. Say that rail carts come onto there and hang out until they get out to where they need to be. And then now we need to figure out how the... So this is gonna go into here. So we need to figure out how the car factory is gonna fit in here. So I think this is going to theoretically come down to here. And then on a 90-degree angle, just like that. And then now let's get that car factory in. So that is right here. And okay, so this is too large. We're gonna cut into that mountain if we put it there. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this road out. And then we're gonna bring this down like so. And then we're gonna place it down right here. All right. And then now we need to figure out a way to get the main arterial roads around the factory. So I don't want to pull it back too much. Or maybe we just don't have the arterial roads go out like that. So why don't we figure out a way just to make it work instead? So I think right here we're going to, I know this is probably going to be a bit longer of an episode, so I hope you're ready for it. I know we just had an hour-long episode last time, but that's fine. So we're just going to do that, and then we're going to use move it, grab those nodes, and we're just going to lower it into the ground. This doesn't need to be that tall, so we're just going to lower it down a bit. Same with these two, and then we'll let them be after that. So this is going to now swoop up. Like so, some dedicated lanes, and then from here, same thing. Let's just do freeform. Okay, and then I think there's a node issue right here, so I'm just gonna pull this back. So this is going to take a bit of tweaking to get right, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end because it's going to look really cool having a car factory out this way. It's going to be pretty much the only thing out this way because gotta make sure that we don't mess that up. So all the cargo is going to come in this way, and just realized something. We're going to need to figure out a way to connect this rail line up as well. Okay, so we're gonna just destroy what we did earlier. But yeah, this is gonna be the only thing out this way. And then the suburbs are gonna end over there. We're gonna have a park over this way. I don't even know if we really need this road to be an avenue. So I'm gonna take that out. Maybe we'll make it like a one-way kind of road. But for now, this is all we're gonna need. And we need to connect this up. Okay, that's what we needed to do. So let's find the rail line again. Perfect. And you know what? First, I'm just gonna grab those two. I'm gonna bring it over. Same with that, make sure these are still connected. They are. And I guess I can play around with this off camera to actually look nice now that we have unlocked these tiles, because this is one heck of a curve, not gonna lie. And oh, no, let's undo that. No, I did accidentally click that in earlier, so I'm gonna take that out. And we're gonna need to probably redraw this a bit, because I forgot we need to access it from both sides. So let's move it here. Oh, no. Move it. There we go. Let's select that. And I'm going to grab these nodes here. Just going to pull it out just a bit more so we have a bit more space. All right. And then, oops, it did it again. And then we're just going to connect these up. Like so. Okay, so that has, yep, they're connected. And those are connected too. And then I'm just going to adjust them so they look a bit more realistic. So that is correct. This is gonna have to swing out a bit more. All right, so I'll adjust this a bit more off camera just to make it actually look a bit nicer. But I think this node needs to be raised up slightly, and I'm gonna use the node controller mod off camera to make these slope. Actually, I'll just show you. So you can actually use the node controller mod on rail lines too to make them sloped. Okay, so now that we have this line, it's like a spur line. I hope cargo rails don't choose to use this as like a bypass. Like, I hope they continue to choose that. So I think if I can choose a speed limit, I don't know, can I add 50 here? Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but if I can limit them from choosing to go through here and only cargo shipments come out this way, that would be beneficial to everyone. So now that we have that in place, I'm gonna grab the nodes for this line, and I'm just going to bring it a bit tighter in, and then this is going to take some adjustment to make it look a bit nicer. So this is the kind of stuff I like doing off camera, just this little detailing that I don't really feel the need to show you guys because it's pretty simple. But let me know if you want me to kind of do more of this in the future or anything like that down in the comments down below. Okay, yeah, that works out great. It looks like it's all still kind of one. But that's connected still. And then this is connected still. Yes, it is. So let's just move this one over. I think this needs to be lowered. And this is a bit of a mess. So something that we're going to need to try to fix. Oh, that kind of made it look a bit nicer. It's a bit steep, but I don't really know if there's anything I can really do about that. Maybe the node controller would do it, like I said earlier. But yeah, I can't really find one there. Okay, so now that we have this in place, let's figure out what this needs. So it needs animal products, plastic, glass, and metal. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to square off this with a road. Okay, and then we're gonna get the the warehouses right over here. So we'll put that right like that, and then this one's gonna go right there. Okay, so animal products, plastic, glass, and metal, right? Yep. And then we're gonna need a spot for the cars to sit. So we're gonna need another warehouse. Let's just do this one right here. And this is going to be unique factory products put on empty. Okay, so we're gonna need to hook this up with the municipal water. So we'll just do that really quickly. Just do that, and we'll connect up like so. I'm not sure if this is going to count or not. And we already have power. I think we're set on everything else, so we'll resume the game. And as people come out this way, the cars will start being made here. Pretty cool area, not gonna lie. Let's turn off traffic lights. And I think what we're probably gonna have to do is probably going to need to make this area have better, like a pretty good traffic, because otherwise we're gonna run into some pretty major issues. So I think something like this could work. Yeah, so that needs to happen on that side. Let's just do that. And we'll do that as well. Might as well fill out the whole thing. Flip that around. And just in case we get other roads out that way. And this road we're gonna upgrade to, oops, an industrial road. All right, so here comes our first trucks. I'm gonna make sure that I didn't mess up the cargo line that much by lowering it down, lowering the speed limit or anything like that. But the next thing we're gonna need to do is, so we already got our warehouses we need. I think we're gonna need a parking lot now, right? So, oh, all right, no train yet. Let's look at the terrain here. Yeah, we're pretty flat here. So I think this is a perfect spot for like a large parking lot, because with this, oh, look at that. So this is unloading right now, it seems. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna need this large parking lot. And this is gonna kind of act in two different things, as kind of like employee parking, and then also as storage spots for the cars, theoretically. All right, we're gonna connect that up right there, and then right there, and then we're just going to use the move it mod on these edges here, just to square them up. So it's a bit glitchy, so I'm going to need to pull it back a bit. Nope. I don't know why it's glitchy, but we'll have to live with that. Okay, pretty massive parking lot, right? And then we just need to, oh, look at that, coming in. So there's two trains. That one just disappeared. Interesting. Oh, yet the thing's still working, so it's just invisible? I don't know. So let's put that there. That goes there. And then that's too big. So we'll just put that like that. Okay. And then I'm going to use move it here. I'm going to select that one, that one. Oh, wrong button. Okay, that, and then that. I'm going to copy it. And then this could easily just slide together like that. And then it's the same mistakes everywhere. Okay, so pretty massive parking lot, right? And that's going to service for this factory. And I'm just gonna detail this area since we're not gonna use it. Might as well add in some trees. Okay, so usually I like adding like a spot for the workers to sit around at for their lunch break or something like that. So let's try to find a spot for this plaza. I was hoping it was gonna fit right here. I'm not sure it's going to because of how that looks, but we could add something right here. Yeah, I mean, that's not the best spot for the workers. I wonder if we move these together instead of what we had before, where I kind of left them spaced out a bit, if we're gonna give ourselves a bit of a spot. Yeah, let's see if this one will fit right here. So it doesn't really, but I think what we can do is we can just shift these two down. Oops. I grab that too. Let's shift that down. And this gives us an opportunity to shift this over. Yeah, perfect. Okay, and then I noticed that there's a bit of terrain issues there, so I think I'm just going to try to level that off. Oops. Just try to take that down a bit. Perfect. Okay, and then we'll just use the smoothing tool to smooth the rest of it out. Okay, this looks pretty great, guys. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And this is just going to need a bit more terraforming. Make this a pretty small brush. And I'm just going to try to level out the sides a bit more. Yeah, and then I think I'm going to have to lower this a touch because the lamp's still showing through the rail line. Yeah, that works. Okay, so it seems like this is going to work. I'm going to go through and do the traffic lights and everything after for the whole area. And we're still missing stuff. Plastic. That's fine. Let's see if this is bringing in our plastic. It is. So it seems like they're going pretty slow, so I think I did mess it up a bit too much. So let's go back through that and change it back to no limit. And we'll see if that fixes that issue. And it seems like we just got a lot of stuff, and let's see what we got. Or glass. So no plastic, eh? So I think we might need to up our plastic importing, or sorry, our plastic production. But yeah, maybe a little bit. So we'll just throw in one more plastic plant, and then that's where we'll leave it for today. So it's this. We'll just throw that right there. And yeah, so I hope you liked today's episode. We didn't do too much. We planned out some of the suburbs and like the extent of the suburbs, I guess. And we kind of built the car factory, which is going to be kind of on a spot of its own. I don't think much is going to be built out that way. That's going to be kind of like the end, like the city limits, I guess. Hence why I'm just kind of covering the water out just over this way, not everywhere on the map like I usually do. So, yeah, let's just leave it like that. So, you know, this will fill in. We have a bit more residential demand, so why don't I just fill it in right like that, and then we'll take off. So I hope you liked this episode, everyone. I'll catch you in the next one, which will come out in a few days' time. So have a good one. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and make sure to get that bell notification on. Peace out, everyone.